Growing up, I was a Christian my whole life, or at least that's what I thought. I thought that being a Christian meant being a good kid, following the rules, and trying to make people proud of me. If people were pleased with what I was doing, then I was happy. I've worked my whole life to make good grades. I've played sports and tried my hardest so that my dad would be proud of me. I signed up for all the clubs and organizations in high school so that people would look up to me as a leader and as a hard worker. Yet somehow I didn't feel fulfilled. I needed something more. I figured that college would be that for me. Before I got to college, I started to rush different fraternities. It was pretty much just a bunch of frat boys taking me out, getting me drunk, and introducing me to pretty college girls. I thought that that was all I needed. I figured that that was the missing puzzle piece. When I got to college, I kept up with making good grades and being involved on campus. I ran for leadership positions in my fraternity. I was constantly needing to be the life of the party. I was needing to look for the next big crazy thing to do so that people would think the most of me. One day when I was playing Xbox in my dorm room, this guy Brent came in and asked if he could hang out. He wasn't too bad at FIFA, so we let him stick around. He kind of had that missing piece of the puzzle that I was looking for. He seemed completely fulfilled. He didn't ever talk about drinking or smoking or partying or girls or anything like that. The guy didn't even cuss. One day Brent asked me about my religion, and I told him that I was a Christian and that I'd been a Christian my whole life. He asked me if I wanted his help to grow in my faith with God, and of course I said yes. That day Brent shared the gospel with me and talked about transferring my trust to Jesus Christ. I wasn't sure what he meant. I didn't understand how I could possibly trust someone that I'd never met before. Brent told me that when Jesus died on the cross, it was so that I could have a relationship with God. I'd never heard it put like that before. I didn't realize that it was a relationship with God. It wasn't this checklist of going to church and reading the Bible like I'd always heard. That day I made the decision that I truly wanted to transfer my trust over to Jesus Christ so I could have this relationship with God. After that, Brent sat me down and taught me how to read the Bible. There were so many things in there that were so applicable to my life today in college that I would have never imagined that would have been in there. Brent also explained to me that this relationship with God was just like any other relationship. It was a two-way thing. I read the Bible so that I can get to know God, and how He gets to know me is by me praying. Since then, I still strive to make a good GPA and sign up for all the organizations on campus. I still work to hold leadership positions in my fraternity house so that the guys will still think I'm a hard worker. The difference was that now I could depend on that relationship with God to get my fulfillment. That's a relationship that I can truly trust. Since then, it's taken time to get to know Him, but the fulfillment that I've seen from that relationship is way greater than any I've ever felt before.